Yes, now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Another episode of Subway Surfers. I know it's not as frequent as we'd like it to be, but hey, we're 30 something episodes in. We've at least kept it up for longer than we thought we would. Anyway, because it's, once again, this is just, I'm not even going to say this, like it's a surprise, a recurring theme. I've been off the game for a while, so let's pick up any rewards. These, I don't know what these do. Never had to use them in my life. Check it out, go on then, just because you won't leave us alone if I don't. Cool. Right, go away. What are you? Get result. Better be good. It's a bronze, that's ugly. 301,000. 2,000 coins, take that. Missions, what was it? I've got to get 5 more jetpacks. Cool. I'll have. What's this? No. What's this? No. Me. Ooh, speaking of me, I need to remember what I am working towards. Oh, that has potential. 50,000. I believe it was a board. It's not that one. 60,000. That sounds like the one. 60,000 does sound like the one. Keys, however. 45, 50, 45. Characters. Christ. Get out of here with your 75 keys, mate. You're not worth 75 keys. Just, you can get that out of your head now. I don't know how much of these I have. I have 500. Well, that's just not happening. 25 keys, actually. Oh, go on. That's 30 keys. It's looking like 25 keys to get Frank's final outfit, and was it 60,000 keys to get that board? 60,000. Yep, that's our goal. Shop. Daily gift. Thank you. Closer to getting that board. Just need about, let me do the maths here. 50,553 coins. That's a nice number. New event. Cool. Go away. Was that free? I'll have. Yes. Alright, let's go. First game back, let's use some head starts. You've just got to, you know what I mean? I think we've got to pick up like 5 more jetpacks. Yeah, cool. There's also a word hunt, but we'll not prioritise that because, you know, we've got scores to get, you know what I mean? We've got scores to get. And I'd like to get a decent score, you know what I mean? I'd like to get a decent score, but most importantly, I've just missed a magnet. Most importantly, money. And I somehow missed that letter. I don't know how I've done that, but I've done that. Can't dwell about it. We can only keep moving. Yes, that's what I want to miss. I want to miss the super boots. Oh, that was cold. Alicia. It's Alicia, isn't it? Yeah, it's Alicia. Come on, man. Don't tell me I'm wrong. I'm never wrong. Thomas Nichols doesn't get things wrong. You should know this by now. Yeah. Oh, go on. Oh. I'm just too cold. Sorry, no commentary. Oh, normally we talk about some subjects. So let's talk about some subjects. It is March 6th. 2 days on Friday. It is March 8th. You know what's happening on March 8th? Yes, the big card in Saudi Arabia. Anthony Joshua is fighting again. Who's he fighting? Francis Ngannou. You're probably thinking, that's easy. Anthony Joshua, 2-time world heavyweight champion. Did you see his last fight in December? God, he destroyed Otto Vollen. How did I not get that mystery box, by the way? God, he destroyed Otto Vollen. Should be easy, right? I mean, should it? Francis Ngannou, UFC heavyweight champion. Done kickboxing, MMA, but apparently he's always wanted to do boxing. Very tough man. On a boat. Was it on a boat? I don't know. But he made his own way. Christ. He made his own way from Ghana, I want to say, Ghana in Africa, to France, to eventually America, and just becoming a millionaire from fighting. But, you know, he took his first ever boxing match against Tyson Fury, 10 rounds in Saudi Arabia, and within like two or three rounds, he hit a big left hook overhand and dropped Tyson Fury, shook the world up. Now, the result came out that Tyson Fury won by decision. Some people called bullshit, some people called fair. I don't really know, because I didn't watch the fight at the time, and I haven't seen the fight since then. But my guess is, the people who think Francis won was because Francis was bullying, Francis did drop him, and Francis was being very aggressive. But the reason Tyson probably won was probably because he stuck behind that jab, and was on his bike. That's my guessing, just from seeing a couple of highlights. So he shook the world up. He's 0-1, but he shook the world up from doing some damage to Tyson Fury. Now, do I think a fight with Anthony Joshua would be very different? Yes. In both ways. I'm more nervous for Anthony Joshua because Anthony Joshua has lost fights before. We haven't seen Tyson lose. So I am more nervous for Joshua because we know he's capable of losing. But also because we're still because of that Tyson Fury fight, we're still quite unaware of Francis's ability. We're still quite unaware of how powerful he really can be and what the effect of that power is. But also his technique and how fast. And it's also because the opponent is very different. Anthony Joshua, we know, is very good. Anthony Joshua will obviously have a smarter ring IQ than Francis Ngannou. Would obviously have a better technique than Francis Ngannou. But evidence would tell us Francis Ngannou has a better chin than Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua got TKO'd by Andy Ruiz, which I would argue is quite a slight dodgy decision because it was a bit early for the TKO. But the shots that were putting him down didn't seem that hard from a smaller man. Now that is quite some soft chin there. And Francis Ngannou is obviously a much bigger man, and he's got much more powerful than Andy Ruiz. So I can imagine these shots might put Joshua down a lot easier. But also we have no idea, right? Because we know Joshua's very strong because he's built like a bodybuilder. Tyson Fury always says it. But we also know Francis Ngannou is very strong, and Francis Ngannou is the same size as Joshua. We have no idea who's going to be more fast or more powerful, right? If you look at Anthony Joshua's, history of opponents, he'd either fight taller fighters that were less powerful, or, none of them quite had the power of him. Not purposely. Joshua was just the strongest in the division. Anytime Joshua's had trouble with opponents, it was smaller people. Look at Dillian White. Dillian White was small and pudgy, but he made it difficult for Joshua. Joshua still knocked him out regardless. Joseph Parker was slightly smaller, and he went the full 12 rounds with Joshua. Andy Ruiz was a smaller fighter, and he beat Joshua. Joshua had to scrape a technical decision on the next one. Well, didn't scrape it, it was unanimous, but Usyk, much smaller than Joshua. He outboxed Joshua in both fights. Joshua struggled with the smaller guys. Francis Ngannou was smaller by height, right? But anytime he's faced a bigger man, he's always been stronger than the bigger person. Anyway, the most powerful person I'd say he'd ever fought is either Carlos Takam, who was much smaller than him, or Dominic Breazeale, who was very, very tall. But again, he wasn't built like Joshua. Ngannou is built like Joshua, and he's of a similar height. It's like putting the Anthony Joshua of MMA against the Francis Ngannou of boxing. It's a very hard, decisive decision now. Joshua could easily win on points. Francis Ngannou could probably easily win by knockout. What I want to know is, right, because it's probably capable, right? It is capable, Joshua winning. Joshua could win by decision. He could make Ngannou's corner throw in the towel. Maybe. Less likely, but maybe. What is if Ngannou were to win? Ngannou would probably hit Joshua with a decent shot and probably knock him out, or make his corner throw in the towel. But what would be surprising for me, I want to see if Joshua can actually knock out Ngannou. I've just lost. I want to know if Joshua could actually knock out Ngannou, or if Ngannou could actually outbox Joshua. But I don't see it happening. Now, I don't know much about Ngannou because I haven't always been a big UFC fan. I'm still not to this day. I'm quite casual. I'm a bit less than casual, actually. But I will back Joshua because Joshua is one of my favourite boxers. And he's my favourite heavyweight, my favourite British boxer. One of my favourite boxers of all time is Floyd Mayweather. I just love the way he fights, like just the technical ability on him, the way he uses his defense as his offense. It's quite admirable, to be honest. But Joshua is my favourite fighter because he's heavyweight, he's British, just my favourite guy. Right? Now, I'm obviously going to back Joshua in this one. And Joshua could get a decision win, but I want to see Joshua try and knock him out. But without being too careless and getting knocked out. Because the fights after for Joshua, I know Tyson's talking, Joshua and Tyson have been talking for a long time, right? But I want that Tyson-Joshua fight because no one believes me. But I know Joshua can and will beat Tyson Fury. Tyson, it could go either way. Tyson could Tyson could beat Joshua. But I believe Joshua has a higher chance of beating Tyson. Joshua is stronger, more athletic, more and better knockouts. And although Joshua's chin is quite weak, he has a way better chin than Tyson Fury. If you look at Otto Wallin, he cut Tyson. He went the rounds with Tyson. Joshua dismantled Wallin. Not the only case. I mean, I know there was quite a few years difference between there, right? Tyson Fury went the rounds with Klitschko and scraped a win. Joshua, although it was back and forth and did get dropped by Klitschko, beat Klitschko by knockout. But again, times were different and, Joshua was maybe fighting a bit of a past prime Klitschko. But this Ngannou fight will tell us the difference. Why? Because Tyson fought Ngannou in October. 6 months, not even 5 months later, Joshua is fighting Ngannou. This will tell us the difference of opponents. If it happens a third time and Joshua beats Ngannou in a way better way Tyson did, it should tell us a lot. So I'm hoping, right, because Usyk's going to want to, Tyson's going to have to fight Usyk first, which I believe goes in Usyk's favour. Especially with Tyson dropping down to Usyk's weight, I think Tyson stood a better chance being at a higher weight. I don't think Tyson's winning at all, because I don't think Tyson's going to be able to knock out Usyk. And I think Usyk would outbox him, whether he's big or small, but I thought Tyson might have a better chance if Tyson was bigger, because he could at least put the weight on him. But now that Tyson's lost a shit ton of weight to fight Usyk, he's down at Usyk's weight. And now I think Usyk could knock him out. If Tyson hadn't lost all that weight, I would have said Usyk by decision, only option. Because I wouldn't see Usyk knocking out a man that big. I mean, he couldn't knock out Joshua. You know what I mean? Because Joshua was much bigger than him. But Tyson coming down that weight leaves him much more vulnerable to Usyk knocking him out. Because his last fight in Ngannou, he was at a record massive. One of the biggest he's ever been. And then going down to fight Usyk, one of the lightest he's ever been. It's going to feel a lot different in there. So my prediction is Usyk beats Tyson Fury. Now, although this might ruin Tyson Fury's legacy and he won't be undefeated anymore, I think it just sets up the Anthony Joshua Tyson Fury fight even more. Because both men fought Ngannou. I'm hoping, praying, both men beat Ngannou. And then both men lose to Usyk. Just sets up their fight. And even if Joshua loses to Ngannou and Tyson beats Usyk and Tyson's, well, I'm better than you. Tyson loves taking easy fights then. And one of the only fights in the heavyweight division, besides probably Zhilei Zhang, Joe Joyce, Joseph Parker, would be Anthony Joshua. And I think the fight is still there regardless of the results. But then, say, Usyk beats Tyson. Joshua beats Ngannou. Both Tyson and AJ have beaten Ngannou and lost to Usyk. Fight is so even then. Then they can face off. Then they can fight, right? And my prediction is Joshua. Say Usyk loses to Tyson and Joshua loses to Ngannou. Tyson's, well, I beat Ngannou, Joshua didn't. I beat Usyk, Joshua didn't. And then the fight is still there. And then if Joshua then beats Tyson after that, it just shows that styles really do make fights. And that is, to be honest, everything. You know what I mean? It could literally be, right? This is how it works in boxing, right? It could literally be Tyson Fury could fight Joe Joyce. Tyson Fury could knock out Joe Joyce. Anthony Joshua could fight Joe Joyce. Anthony Joshua might just scrape a split decision against Joe Joyce. Or have a draw with Joe Joyce. Or lose to Joe Joyce. And then we could go, well, both these men fought this fighter. Tyson fought him better and knocked out and won. More clear. Tyson's better. But then, Joshua could fight Joseph Parker. Joshua could knock out Joseph Parker. Tyson Fury could lose to Joseph Parker. Then what? Oh, okay. Well, Tyson beat this person, Joshua didn't. That makes Tyson better. But then Joshua beat this person, Tyson didn't. So now what? Is Joshua now better? Or is it a bit even? Or do we not know? Because then when it comes to the fight, Tyson could win. Joshua could win. Could be a draw. It's the styles that make fights. Regardless, enough yapping. This Friday, Joshua versus Ngannou. I'm praying Joshua wins. On the card, Zhilei Zhang, Joseph Parker. Joseph Parker coming off of a win against Deontay Wilder. Quite impressive. My prediction is Zhang though, because Zhang did knock out Joyce, and he stopped Joyce twice. Joyce knocked out Parker. Now I know I'm saying styles make fights, but I'm seeing a lot more. I mean, there's aggression from both men, but I'm just seeing a lot more sitting down on shots and a lot more results from Zhang. You know, it is a massive step up for Parker. It is a step up, I won't lie. He's climbing up them ranks. But I see a Zhang win here. And then Usyk versus Tyson in May. I say Usyk winning that one. And then hopefully we'll get probably Joshua, Tyson. I say Joshua winning that one. And on the subject of boxing, we just saw Jake Paul box this past weekend. I've just lost. And to be honest, it wasn't as good, to be honest. Jake wasn't sitting down on his... Well, no, he was sitting down on his shots. He had a better jab, but he was missing a lot of shots. And his technique was going a bit out the window. Maybe it's because the opponents are a bit easy and he's getting a bit comfortable. Or he was just high off adrenaline. Who knows? But it wasn't as good as it maybe could have been. So that's just my input on that. So maybe I'm thinking with the easy pro boxer quotation marks on that one that no one knows of, Jake Paul's beaten easily. I think he said in the interview after, he's chasing world title, so he wants those pro fights. But if money fights are there, he'll do them because they're fun. Well, here's my proposal. Jake Paul, if he doesn't get... Tommy Fury said he wants that fight, but not for another 6 months. So that fight's maybe up there. I think the KSI fight, both men have fought Tommy now. Close decisions, both men lost on close decisions. Even though I would argue KSI beat Tommy Fury. But that's a conversation for another day. I think get Jake Paul versus KSI. Have the dream fight everyone wants. After the fight, regardless of the results, because they both had close decisions with Tommy Fury. Jake can fight Tommy. KSI can fight Tommy. Regardless of any results, get all these fights done. KSI would probably retire from boxing. Jake Paul would probably go on to chase his world heavyweight title dreams. But I think it's a lot better to put... It's very skill-based matchmaking, and the money is there for all of them. Anyway, that's my rant for this video done. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.